let's create a pair of faux leather earrings using our Cricut machine. You could use any machine for this project. I'm going to use my Maker, but Explore and Cricut Joy will also cut faux leather using the fine point blade. So you're good to go whichever machine you've got. Now for this project you're going to need a machine, of course, a mat. I would highly recommend either the green or purple mat to hold your material in place. Then you're going to need your faux leather. You can use one colour or two, totally up to you. I'm going to use two today. You'll need a little pair of pliers and some jewellery findings. So you'll need some little earring hooks and a couple of jump rings. These are those little silver rings that are kind of a C shape and they almost touch to close. You're going to need a couple of those to join everything together. So first things first, let's pop our faux leather onto our mat. I'll share below the image I'm using from Cricut Design Space for this project. I've duplicated the image once I've sized it so that I can cut a front and a back for my leather pieces. But it's totally up to you if you want to do that or just cut a single piece. So I've done that and I've selected faux leather paper thin because that's what I'm using, the Cricut faux leather paper thin. That's what I've selected as my material setting. So I'm going to pop this down on the mat, make sure it's well stuck down, and I'm going to load this into the machine. Like I said, I'm using the fine point blade, so the one that came in my machine, to cut this. And once it's ready, I'm going to click go. And let's start cutting. Remember, the paper thin faux leather setting will cut twice. So you'll see it cut round all of your designs 2 times. That's totally normal. Okay, so that piece is cut. Let's unload from the mat and peel away our faux leather. Next we're going to load the second piece into the machine. But there we go, you can see my cute leaves. How cute are they going to look? So I've got 2 of those on this piece. And then also on this one, I've cut out these little bar shapes that have got holes in. I'll poke those out in a minute. Sometimes with faux leather, because it's fibrous, it kind of holds on to things for dear life. So you might need to just help it out a little bit. Just clean off those bits from my mat. And we'll pop down our second piece. Make sure that's well stuck. And we will pop that into the machine to cut. Whilst it's doing that, I'm just going to pop out any of the bits that are still hanging on so that I'm ready. Now if you are going to stick these pieces together, you might want a glue gun or some kind of fabric glue to stick them together, and unless you're doing just a single sheet design. So I'm just going to heat my glue gun up ready. Okay, that one's finished cutting. Let's remove it from the mat. So now we've got 4 lovely leaves in 2 different colours. There we go. You put that to the side for now. So what I'm going to do now is just glue these leaves back to back. So one side they're green and the other side they've got that lovely copper. I'm just going to use a bit of hot glue to do this. You know I love the hot glue. So I'm just adding a little bit to all of the sections, just on one leaf, and then I'm going to line up my second leaf. Just make sure everything is beautifully aligned, and that will just strengthen it a little bit and make it a lovely double-sided leaf. So let's do the same on the other side. Take your time here because you don't want too much glue on your leaf. And use whatever glue you feel comfortable with using. I'm a big fan of hot glue, but a fabric glue or something like that you might find easier for you. Move all of those pesky strings. So there we go. Two-sided earrings. Now I'm going to grab those rectangular bits like so. I'm going to thread them through the rectangle at the top of this and then fold them in half so that the holes match up. So now we've got a little kind of hanging piece. I'm going to do that on both of them. Then we can start threading the jump rings through and adding them to our earring hooks. So I'm going to open up jump ring with my pliers. So open that up into an open piece and thread it through the two holes in my earring. And then I'm just going to thread on my earring hook as well, and then close up that jump ring. Just push the two pieces together so that they're flush. And now we've got a lovely earring like that. There's the front. There we go. So I'll just do that on the other side to complete our lovely pair of earrings. I just love this, that you can really simply just whip up a pair of earrings whenever you need a pair, really. Okay, that go through there. Put that one through there and then close up the jump ring. And there we go, let me hold that one the right way around, two beautiful earrings, double-sided, so they can move around and catch the light. And we've now got some lovely tropical leaf faux leather earrings.